I think we see people give up on forgiveness really quickly. It's like, I already did. I remember the moment. It was so hard to forgive them, but I made a choice to forgive, and then, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And it's,
I've heard that so many times.
The framing is just
yeah,
so inaccurate to what forgiveness actually is. I like your outfit today.
Thank you.
We match.
Look really good.
We match
Always.
again.
I know. Isn't that actually very interesting? When you're one flesh and when you're so connected and you're so equally yoked,
So
a lot of
equally
times what happens is you just wear the same thing.
Same fits.
And when you work together, that's usually a problem.
We match 75% of the time.
You think?
Unintentionally, always.
I actually think we do. That's actually true. That we are matching probably Monday through Thursday.
Okay, what do you want to talk about today?
Yeah, I want to, one of the things that we've been talking about for years as pastors is how do we keep our hearts not getting cold?
Yeah.
And I think that throughout the scriptures, we see Jesus giving warnings, especially at the end of his ministry. And he's going, hey, I want to warn you, many hearts, they're going to get cold.
Right.
It's going to be frigid out there. It's going to be like the Minnesota tundra in the last days. And so how are you going to keep your heart warm? How are you going to keep your love and affection hot for the Lord, for others? And I think that we've talked about it for years of we want to be those old gray hairs that are in the rocking chair.
Yeah.
And we've just got those soft hearts.
It's true.
And I think one of the things that we feel has brought us freedom is the topic of forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's a lot of different, when you grow up and you're on the playground and, the teacher is saying, okay, Larry, you hit Jimmy. And so Larry, what do you say? And then Larry says, I'm sorry. And then Jimmy is supposed to say, I forgive you. And that's what life is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be this clear cut. This is how wrongs are made right.
Interesting.
And how forgiveness works.
Yeah.
And I think that's how we've been trained for years. And then when life doesn't work that way and people wrong us and it's not a clear cut, Larry apologizes to Jimmy, then sometimes we get stuck. And that's the path towards hard-heartedness.
Yeah.
And so I think it's, I want to have a conversation and about forgiveness. I think it's so important. And it's one of the marks of following Jesus,
That's
of
right.
a believer. So
That's right.
one of the things that I think people ask is, do I need to wait until they apologize? It's like, okay, I'd rather wait because they need to actually understand
What they've done.
Right. And how can I forgive them when they don't know how bad it hurt? And so I think that's something that I would love to start there.
Yeah.
And just as we're talking about forgiveness, I think we want to communicate, this is more pastoral, like counsel.
Yeah.
As for many years of pastorally counseling people through getting free, through getting restored in relationships.
Yeah.
And I think it's so valuable to have the conversation.
I think forgiveness oftentimes is underemphasized because there's a lack of understanding around how much of a root issue it really is, and how when there's unforgiveness at the root, that spreads into resentment, bitterness,
Judgment, slander.
And what does scripture say? Be careful that a root of bitterness does not spring up because it will defile many.
Wow.
And I think we've all experienced the ramifications of maybe other people walking in bitterness.
Yeah.
And for some of us personally,
absolutely,
how that root of bitterness, which stems from unforgiveness,
yes,
has hurt many people. We all
Yes.
hear the phrase, hurt people, hurt people. A lot of that does stem from the root cause of unforgiveness.
That's so true.
And so I
Wow.
think to speak to that is so significant and kind of can't be emphasized enough.
Yeah.
So to your first point, you're going, okay, they never said sorry. Where do we go with that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a, that hinge, when you said hurt people, I remember growing up and my mom saying, hey, well, they probably just said that because somebody hurt them. I think we say that to our kids too, of like, well, that's
Absolutely.
because they've been hurt and then they're having that flow through them, right?
That's
That
right.
pain. And I think the hinge is forgiveness.
Absolutely.
We experience pain and the hinge of, or like the fork in the road, the T in the road, the Y in the road, whatever it is,
Yeah.
starts with, I experience pain. Which direction am I going to go? Am I going to multiply the pain?
Yeah.
Or is that going to actually stop with me?
Stop with
and
me.
am I going to be a reconciler, a redeemer? Am I going to bring healing?
That's right. Can we pause
yeah.
on the parenting piece? I think you
Yeah.
flew past that and I'm like, wait, I just want to
Yeah.
name
Oh,
that for any parents. Your kids are going to get hurt. People
Yeah.
are going to wrong your children.
Yes.
And how we shepherd our children through wrongs done against them is so important.
Wow.
I think that's amazing that your mom would explain to you that hurt people.
Yes.
I would say that's rare. And I think oftentimes how many of us were raised, and I think what's common with children is kind of like, how dare they? That was so wrong
Wow,
that they
yeah.
did that. And I'm so sorry that happened to you. And it keeps your child in this victim position.
Mm.
But I think when you understand why people act out, that the core of it is because of their own pain, you shepherd your kids completely differently. And you
Yeah.
help your children to grow in empathy,
Wow.
understanding,
Yes.
and wisdom
yes.
to know, well, Larry bullied me out on the playground. I wonder if Larry has been bullied before.
Wow.
I wonder what home is like for him.
yes.
Why Larry is messing with me. I don't want to use
What
the
a
name
guy.
Larry.
I don't know.
How old is Larry?
If there's a Larry listening, we
72?
love you.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah.
for children to go, oh, I see why. It doesn't excuse it. It doesn't make
Yes.
it okay.
Yeah.
It's not minimizing the pain that's happened to your child because of Larry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it helps them to understand Larry's treatment of me, toward me, has nothing to do with me.
Wow.
And it has everything to do with the pain in his own heart. So for us,
That is so
we've
good.
been teaching
Yep.
our kids that since they were 3.
Yep.
And now you ask them, man, that is so hard that they did that to you at school today, that they said those things.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think that came from?
Mm.
And they go, man, I was thinking about that too. Now, at 12, at 15, they're going, yeah, I've been thinking about that too. And my thought is,
Mm-hmm.
I think home is really hard and
Yeah.
XYZ.
Yes.
And you go, man, what if we just prayed for Larry?
Yes.
They're like, well, that's what I did at school today after he did that.
Wow.
And I was able to pray blessing over him and release forgiveness over him. He doesn't know who he is.
Wow.
He doesn't know what he's doing. It's just coming from pain.
Yes.
And there's so much health that
Yes.
comes from that. So I know that was like a little detour, but
No, it's so good because I think what happens even as parents is there can be our selfishness gets exposed
yeah,
as parents when our child experiences mistreatment at school. They are starting to feel nervous about going to school.
oh yeah, the domino is
The
significant.
domino effect of injustice
Yes.
or pain, the consequences start spreading, right? And so that child that mistreated our child, they're just operating out of their pain. But then what happens is the consequences actually stretch into the whole family system, right? So then you're getting ready for school and they're dysregulated and you're going, man, what's going on? And it's because of fear.
Yes.
Fear of getting hurt again.
Yes.
And then now we're late. Now, it's like all of those things
For
happen.
sure.
And I think that when we're talking about training our kids to not be victims, it actually starts with us as parents not being victims, right?
Yes.
And I think that that choice.
We're opening up
right?
cans.
We're just jumping in.
Yeah.
But I think that is something that, man, if we can go, life isn't about me. I'm not my own. I'm just showing up to love.
That's right.
Then it actually gives this framing and this perspective in that moment of going, I'm going to choose to forgive Larry.
Yeah.
Or Jimmy, whoever wronged him in the story. But
That's right.
I'm going to choose to forgive the child that hurt the person that's close to me, because that sin is actually impacting me now. So we get to partner in that with our kids.
Absolutely. So then the apology doesn't come. So we're kind of going back to
Yes.
kind of where you were starting us.
Yes.
They don't ever say sorry. I would just say, never expect someone to say sorry.
Yes.
Most offenses
Yeah.
that happen, most
wrongs.
most wrongs that are committed against us, that person is so self-consumed.
Yeah.
They're not leaving that moment even thinking about you.
It's true.
Most of the time.
So true.
They most of the time are leaving thinking about self.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That's human nature.
Yep.
To wait for an apology is to keep yourself in a prison cell that you do not belong in.
Yeah. You're basically just waiting on freedom.
For
You're
sure.
waiting for an apology, but you're putting off freedom for another day.
And you're putting the authority in someone else's hands on
Yeah.
if you're going to be
You're
free
staying,
or not.
You're staying the victim.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And it really is a choice. So we get to leave that jail cell. Jesus broke that lock right off that cell.
That's right.
And we get to walk out, but you can stay in there if you want to.
You can.
You can stay in that unforgiveness and stay under what they did to you.
Yeah. But the Lord's given you the keys.
He's given you the
You
keys
can
to just
unlock
walk
it
out.
and you can walk out.
Yes, you can walk out. It's a choice though.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what forgiveness starts with, the choice.
Yeah.
It's not I should. And that's kind of what we were doing on the playground when we were kids. Well, they apologized. Now I should.
Yeah. It's the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do, to forgive. But it's actually a powerful choice. And I think that's what is so powerful about forgiveness, is it moves you out of victim.
That's right.
As in that circumstance. Now you're no longer a victim in that circumstance. You're actually a powerful son or daughter of God.
That's right.
That's walking out your identity as one that's been forgiven, that gets to release that. And so it's a choice though. I think that is really important to name.
Yes.
And we use that in our language when we do forgive.
Yes. That's a tool
Yeah, it's
that
a
I
great
think we
tool.
can highlight, is that I think sometimes we get hung up on, I don't feel
Yeah.
the emotions of forgiveness.
Yeah.
And so then I think what helps is to say it something like, I choose to forgive Josh for XYZ.
Yeah.
Not, I think where we get hung up is, I forgive, Lord, I forgive him. It feels final. It feels like it must be finished. I must feel that. I must be experiencing that in my emotions. And then it feels dishonest or disingenuous. So to be able to say, Lord, to be honest, Lord, I still feel really hurt by this, really frustrated by it. This still really bothers me.
Yeah.
But I want to make a choice right now to step into forgiveness for Josh, you know?
Wow.
And then over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I think something we hear all the time is, I already did forgive them, or I thought I already forgave them. I shouldn't be feeling this way anymore.
Wow. Yes.
I think we need to remember that that's part of us renewing our mind in the place of forgiveness, is that is a process over and
Yes.
over and over again until that sting is gone.
Yeah.
I think we
Interesting.
see people give up on forgiveness really quickly. It's
Mm.
like, I already did. I did. I remember the moment. It was so hard to forgive them, but I made a choice to forgive. And then, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And it's
I've heard that so many times.
the
It just didn't
framing
work.
is just
Yeah.
so inaccurate
Yeah.
to what forgiveness actually is. Forgiveness is the process of your soul coming into alignment with the truth of you releasing someone of their debt
Yes.
or wrongdoing
Forgiving the
against
debt.
you.
Wow. Yes.
And because our soul is in process,
Mm-hmm.
which means our emotions are in process
Mm-hmm.
and our brains, man, it can take 1,000 times.
It takes time. And oftentimes it takes many times. It's just like the parable of the unforgiving servant,
yes.
right?
Mhm.
Where he's forgiven this impossible number. Then he goes and doesn't forgive
Mm-hmm.
his friend. But I think that when Jesus says 70 times 7, it's not just in Hebrew, there's all those numbers and it means perfection and fullness and all those things. But I think that it's the forgive again
Yes.
that is a tool we have to practice. And this is why, and we've talked about this so many times in the past, of sins aren't one-dimensional,
That's right.
right? So it wasn't just a one-time thing. That impacted me in that moment, on that day, that hour when they did that, right? Because sin has a reach. Sin has consequences that extend past that moment in time,
Yes.
right? So if you experience a trauma of some kind, that trauma actually has implications or consequences that maybe you're going to feel, or that we feel 10, 15, 30 years down the road.
Right.
We look back and go, wow, because of that moment, I actually have this mindset.
Right.
Because of that moment, I can't get in an airplane.
Yeah.
Because of that moment, I can't do this. I'm afraid
you play it
of
out into,
it in your workplace.
I'm going on
in
my
your
first
home,
date. And now this thing.
your wedding night. It's like you fill in the gap for anybody
Yes.
that has experienced things. We all know that there's that like moment of, why am I not okay? And in those moments, there's consequences from their sin against us into the future.
Yes.
And that's why we have to forgive again.
Yeah.
Because now you have to forgive again because you're experiencing it like it just happened sometimes,
Yes.
or the consequences of it. And so we say, I choose to forgive
Yeah.
them. I know I already forgave them, but now I'm forgiving this consequence.
Now I'm experiencing it a different way.
Yeah.
Or the same way.
Yeah.
And we just need to keep going. No, I agree with the decision that I've made.
Wow.
So there's a decision in forgiveness that sets your arrow.
Yes.
You get set on a trajectory. My emotions may not feel that right now,
Wow.
but I know that is where I'm
yeah.
going. I am releasing this. I'm done. And so
Yes.
then it hits again and you go, oh, I agree with my decision to forgive this
Wow.
person.
Oh, I love
Oh,
that.
this one cuts deeper. This one hits differently. I'm feeling that
Yes.
twinge of pain.
Yes.
Oh, in a way that I don't want to, but I will
Wow.
not be shaken. I'm not saying stuff it,
No. Mm-mm.
but to go, no, I will not be shaken in my resolve
Mhm.
that I've made a choice, that
That's
I am
right.
forgiving this person. So I choose again
Yes.
in the midst of this pain to release this person again and to forgive them.
Yes. But I think that sometimes we hit up, you mentioned the word experience. And I thought that was that stuck out to me because I'm going, sometimes I don't feel like I need to forgive because in the moment it felt really intense.
Yeah.
And it felt like they did it on purpose or they did something that was really painful. But then I later found out that was not their intentions. That was not their motive, that they didn't try. It was just like something that happened.
Yeah.
But how I experienced it in the moment was, wow, I was just wronged. The that is something that I think a lot of times we struggle, because then the reaction is, I don't need to forgive them. That's not even what they tried to do.
They didn't intend to hurt me in that way.
Right. It wasn't, they're not like the villain.
Yeah.
They have a good heart.
Yeah.
And so what would you say when we hit that moment?
It's not so much forgiving them for what they've done. It is forgiving them based on how you experienced that moment. So I think this is so important because we dismiss offenses, but the reality is our body isn't dismissing them. So maybe my logical thinking brain can go, they had a stressful day.
Yep.
They
didn't mean that.
It comes from this area of pain.
Yep.
And we can kind of dismiss it. They did the best they could. We can understand it logically.
Yeah.
But what matters is how you experienced it in your body.
In the moment.
Because in the moment.
Yeah.
And so, especially when you look at childhood stuff, how did I experience that in the moment? They didn't mean to, but man, my heart took that in as rejection.
Wow.
So what I'm forgiving is how they rejected me, even though my logical brain can go, they weren't trying to do that.
Right, yeah.
Just releasing it according to how you actually experienced it.
Wow.
Otherwise, that thing keeps festering and keeps living there.
Wow.
I think this is part of forgiving the Lord. I was like, I think we should jump here.
Wow, go there.
Because
that feels like you can't talk about that.
Yeah, that feels like taboo to discuss, but I think it's actually really important. We have offenses toward God. If we're actually honest, a lot of us at some point or another feel offended by God. Where were you? Why didn't you show up for me? Why didn't you stop that thing from happening? And some of that is theology that we could get into, which that's a whole different bunny trail.
Sovereignty. Should we just do a whole podcast on sovereignty of God?
Probably. Yeah, that'd be great.
Like a whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes we get these offenses towards God, if we're honest. And sometimes I think that people are afraid to name that because it feels so wrong. He's so not concerned. He is so not put off.
Wow.
If you are offended by the Lord, just bring it right to him. He loves the wrestle.
He's not
He
threatened.
wants to be close to you, connected to you. And he's the best place to bring our offenses. But I think sometimes what will happen is people will have offense towards God because they've experienced, I was just saying this, abandonment or rejection or God, why didn't you help me with this? Or just false perspectives.
Yeah.
I think he's a mostly mad, sad, and angry God. I think he's really far away. Whatever those offenses are.
Yeah.
The reality is he's not far away. He's Emmanuel. He hasn't gone anywhere. He will never leave you or forsake you. There's no shadow of turning in him.
Yep.
So abandonment, rejection. We know that he's kind, that he has all of the fruit of the Spirit, that he operates in all of the facets of love at all times.
That's right.
So we know that God has never wronged us. However, if you are harboring in your soul that he has abandoned you, it'd be really healthy to forgive.
Wow.
Not because he did anything wrong, but because you are experiencing him as if he is wronging you.
Wow.
So you go, Lord, I know the truth.
Yeah. I know
you've
you didn't
never abandoned me.
Wow.
But I just want to release that lie. So it's a lie that we're believing.
Yeah.
And we get to release and forgive that and make that choice.
Wow. So we're not forgiving him for something that he
did wrong.
Because he didn't sin against us.
Of course.
Right.
Right.
But maybe we experienced it with our understanding. We experienced it as I was wronged by him.
Yes. And then that's living in our brain. It's living in our body. Yeah. So then that impacts how we relate to him.
Yeah.
It impacts how we relate to others. and it impacts how we relate to ourselves.
Wow.
So that's why we got to clean this stuff up.
Wow.
Yes.
Because then without knowing it, there's actually intentional or unintentional blocks
Yes.
of like, are you safe type
Yes.
mindsets. And so we're forgiving him according to how we experienced it. Even if because our experience isn't truth.
No.
And our feelings is not truth.
That's right. Another podcast
right.
for another day.
But even though that's not true,
Yeah.
we still have to do the heart work
Releasing it.
to release that
That's
and
right.
forgive that.
That's right.
And it's more so about us, not because God needs us to forgive him.
But because
I
we
think
need to
he's
get out of
fine.
that jail cell
Exactly.
of wrong thinking,
Yep.
wrong perspective.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
I think with forgiveness, I think usually our minds go to the big kahunas of problems, of pains, of you go, okay, let's ask the Holy Spirit, because this is a great discipline to ask the Lord, is there anyone that I need to forgive?
Mm-hmm.
So we do that. We dial down, Holy Spirit, is there anyone that I need to forgive? What comes to mind is usually the biggest offenses
Yes, the biggest villains.
in our life.
Yeah.
The ones that have left kind of feels like a scar is there from that.
Wow. Uh-huh.
And that is real.
Yep.
There's a lot to talk about there.
Yeah.
But I would like to talk about the little offenses. It's Song of Solomon talks about catching the little foxes so that they don't spoil the vineyard.
Wow.
It's the little things that
it's
add
the
up.
little stuff.
Yes, there's those big T trauma moments.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely need to work through forgiveness.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm talking about like a lifestyle of forgiveness.
Mm.
Day-to-day forgiveness work is what we'll call it.
Yeah.
I just got to do a little forgiveness work. Takes 2 minutes, maybe 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
On the go forgiveness. Drive-by forgiveness. What do you want to call it?
Wow. Yes.
Of the little things.
Yeah. Can I add to that?
Yeah, I was like, you looked like you were going to say something.
I think that what can happen is we'll tolerate the little stuff. And I'm using the word tolerate because I think that is what we do. So it's not just like it irks us. Like those little things that it's like that irked me.
It's the record of wrongs.
It's the record of wrongs.
Right.
From 1 Corinthians 13, that love doesn't keep a record of wrongs. And it's kind of, we're keeping tally, not intentionally.
No,
Man, we're
never
just-
intentionally.
Never intentionally. But if we needed to, we could draw on the whole list.
Ooh,
It just, if they crossed
let me
us,
just pull up this list real quick.
let me just pull that up. I've got a whole spreadsheet
Yeah.
ready
Yes.
of just the little, how dare. And I think that those will tolerate the wrongs and think it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's whatever. That's usually what it sounds. It's just whatever. And I think that then that will kind of spew out
Yeah.
randomly. And then you know that you're not living a lifestyle of forgiveness, that it's more so a lifestyle of toleration of people.
Yeah.
And I've found myself tolerating because I want to be good, you know? And so it feels like, hey, I'm taking one for the team, you know, I'm just going to tolerate that wrong.
Yeah. Ignore it.
I'm just ignoring it. It's like, that's no big deal.
Yeah.
But I'm still immature of going, it actually didn't even bother me at all.
But it's actually living there.
But it's still living there. And so I cloak it in this like, oh, I'm unbothered, no problem. I think I deceive myself sometimes
Yeah.
on thinking I'm unoffendable. And then I realize, oh,
You're actually
was
just
still-
stuffing it.
I was just stuffing it.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So it's like the day-to-day stuff. Let's think of examples of little offenses
Right.
where these things happen
Yeah.
all the time.
Right. Yes.
How do you engage in forgiving
Yeah.
intentionally. So last night I was doing laundry and I'm putting laundry away. And
what did I do?
I will tell you what you did. You just listen. You guys will not believe this.
What did I do?
But I am folding laundry.
I mean, I did a lot of things.
And I have this one.
It was just a mess.
I have this one pet peeve.
Oh, no.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah, the inside out thing.
Inside out. See, he knows. We've talked about this. Yeah, still can't get it right.
Yeah, so sorry. So did I have some clothes inside out?
For sure. Socks inside out, shirts, every shirt. Inside out. Shirt. Pretty much every shirt.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, turn your clothes right side out before putting them in the hamper.
Yeah.
So I'm folding your clothes.
Yes.
And you can tell this even like hits me a little bit.
Yeah.
But last night,
I'm not even going to apologize. We'll see if you forgive.
For sure. I already did. Yeah. And now as we talk about it, it like surfaces again. And I go, I choose to forgive you again so that my emotions can line up with that.
Yeah.
But last night I'm turning your shirts inside out.
You're so pretty.
And I had turned your shirts inside out. And at first I feel that like,
oh yeah,
what the heck? How many times do I need to tell you this?
Yeah.
But I caught myself because I've forgiven you.
Wow.
In this area. This is so petty, so small, and does not matter.
Totally.
But this is what we're talking about. So I'm folding your shirt.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I choose to forgive Josh for forgetting again to turn his clothes right side out.
Beautiful.
I know I've asked him so many times. He's doing his best. Lord, thank you for my husband. And I start to bless you.
What?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Aw.
I love you.
Anyway. It's a tiny example of someone could go, you don't need to forgive him for not putting his clothes right side out. It's like, I get the point, but I would say I strongly disagree because these are the little foxes. These are the little offenses.
Right. I think that there's things that happen all the time. And it's usually when you're in close proximity with people. So it's most of the time our spouse.
I choose to forgive them that they were late again.
Yeah.
I choose to forgive them that their tone was like a little short in that interchange. Yes.
It's the why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? And it's like the repeat offenders. I think that that's the thing that in daily life
they stack up.
That's right. With our spouses, with our kids, with our coworkers, family members. It's just kind of that's the lifestyle of forgiveness that we're talking about.
That's right.
That it's not as much about the big things. Those big things happen oftentimes in counseling or in like, hey, I'm going to take time, extended time to forgive. Those big life things.
Yeah.
But I think the lifestyle forgiveness thing that you're talking about is where it's at for the everyday believer, for all of us that are just like Larry and Jimmy, and we're just on the playground of life.
Yep.
We're in the sandbox of life, and sometimes sand gets in your eyes because Jimmy threw it and it wasn't intentional. I don't know where we're going with this, but I feel like the bookend makes sense, with Larry and Jimmy.
I'm thinking about you've got the coworker, and they got the promotion that you felt like you deserved,
or they took credit.
Your friend for your school project,
dirty dog,
or whatever. They take credit for the project, and you're like,
I did this whole project.
And the teacher was like, good job, Jimmy. And Jimmy's like, thank you. I worked so hard on it.
The glory.
And you're like, what? These are the moments we go, I choose to forgive.
Yes.
I choose to release that offense.
Wow. And then you start, and this is where it goes to another level. If we want to go past forgiveness, then we start realizing, why am I doing what I'm doing? So then she gives glory to him or honors him for the project that I did.
Yeah.
And then I'm a little perturbed. Yeah. Is that a word?
Yeah, I've never heard you say
about that.
Yeah.
And it's because I want her affirmation. I
Yes.
want her approval. Am I doing
Ooh.
all of this for me
Yuck.
to get
Get something.
acceptance, to get something that I'm wanting,
That's
right?
right.
And that's what is so beautiful about this forgiveness work lifestyle is we go, man, I probably shouldn't have even been offended in the first place
Yes.
because of where my heart was
Yes.
at.
Yes.
Yeah.
I even think about forgiving our children.
Mm.
I think think about your 2-year-old.
Yeah. Whoa.
I think
Forgive your baby.
forgive your baby.
Yeah.
Like why? How?
Oh man. I remember our girls, they had some colic
Some
and it was some, yeah.
double
It
trouble.
was survival
Yeah.
with our twin girls.
Yeah.
And I was like burping babies
Oh.
that were actually candles.
Oh.
Do you remember that
I could
season
never
where it was
forget.
just like survival? Katie, you'd be finding like candles swaddled.
In a swaddle in our daughter's crib because he thought he got up and burped the babies, but it was a candle.
But it was a candle.
We were
She'd look
that
over at
sleep
me.
deprived.
She'd look over at me and I'm like,
Burping a candle on his
Burping a
chest, and
candle
I'm like, babe,
in the middle of the night.
you need to go to the hospital.
But anyways,
low
you're
lows.
sleep deprived, you're overwhelmed, and your baby won't stop crying. And in that moment, you totally feel like a victim because you don't know what to do. You're overwhelmed, you're overstimulated, and it's like, why are you still screaming?
Yeah.
And in that moment, the Son of God, the daughter of God goes, oh, I love you.
Yes.
And I choose to forgive the screaming.
What this is costing me right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not that, it's
They
the
haven't
most
done
innocent.
anything wrong. Exactly.
She's so innocent.
Yeah.
She's just trying to communicate.
Yeah.
She's uncomfortable.
That's right.
But how I'm experiencing
Yep.
it just goes back to the experience thing.
I choose to forgive how your child's tantrum
Oh, yes.
just threw a wrench in the whole afternoon, or the party that your family was having, or
Wow.
the-
The holiday, the holiday ruined in the moment.
that's right. All of the things
Yeah.
of actually releasing it
Yes.
and making a
The
choice. To
vacation.
forgive.
Oh.
Been there.
Oh, my.
Been there.
Yes.
What about forgiving your kids' friends?
Oh.
So earlier, I was just thinking about how earlier we were talking about leading your child
Yeah.
to forgive
Yeah.
their friend and going, man, where do you think that came from? And then making a choice. I choose to forgive them for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then blessing them. I think sometimes as parents, we forget that then by hearing that secondhand, we need to choose to forgive
Yeah.
our child's friend. So you've got
Wow.
little Kelly
Little Kelly.
on the playground, and she said some mean words
Yeah.
to your daughter. And you hear that and you can shepherd your daughter really well. Oh, where do you think that came from? Here's how you can respond. Let's release forgiveness and let's bless Kelly.
Right.
But then you could be that like star parent
Star parent.
of leading your daughter through this forgiveness
Beautiful.
work. But then you minimize that just went into your heart.
Mm.
That just went into your mind. And you go, that's no big deal. Well, it is a big deal when you go to school and you find out that that's little Kelly, and your first thought is that little Kelly's a little devil.
Yeah. Oh,
and you're
yes.
going,
Yes.
I know what Kelly's like.
Oh, I know Kelly.
And that's,
I heard about Kelly.
but so many of us just live in that. So then that
Yes.
unforgiveness produces judgment.
Wow.
Judgment creates distance.
Ooh.
It's so
yeah,
unhealthy.
she's not getting a birthday invite for sure.
Kelly's not coming to my daughter's birthday.
Are you serious? You think
I know what
she
kind of
gets
girl
an
Kelly
invite?
is. For sure, no. So as a follower of Jesus,
Yes.
you're aware that even hearing information
Yeah.
can taint the way that you
The lens.
view people and
Yep.
put a lens on how you see them
Yes.
that they should never have on them
Wow.
and you shouldn't have about them.
Wow. It's the Corinthians passage where it's like, we now consider no one according to the flesh,
right.
but now we see them according to the Spirit.
That's
so
right.
I'm going to see
Yes.
through the lens of forgiveness, through the blood of Jesus and God's perspective and looking at little Kelly.
That's right.
And going, Lord, I want to see her the way that you see her.
That's right.
And that happens. One of the things that, and maybe we can finish here.
Yeah.
I've been in counseling sessions, pastoral sessions, where people are going through hard things relationally. And I remember a circumstance where I just invited the person, they were going through a really difficult time with betrayal and with being mistreated. And there's major ramifications because of this. And I just said, they're really struggling. I just said, hey, I think you should see them as your enemy. I think you should really just put them in your mind. You just got to put them in, they're my enemy. And they just looked so confused.
They wouldn't expect that.
They were just like, what kind of pastoral counsel is this?
Yeah.
And I just said, because Jesus told us what we're supposed to do with our enemies.
That's right.
We're actually supposed to love our enemies. So it's like, man, they're just
You've got your marching
villainized.
orders.
Yeah, now you know. Oh, just put them in that enemy
Just
category.
put them in an enemy category.
And now, what
That's
does
right.
obedience look like?
Yeah.
Because there's, and that just kind
That's
of
a
flips.
zinger right there.
Yeah, it's a zinger. And
It's helpful though.
because it reminds us of who we are
Yeah.
as followers of Jesus.
Right.
This is what makes us distinct
Yes.
as believers, or
Yeah.
one of the things is forgiveness.
Yeah.
And we actually don't just forgive because we have to and then try to forget.
Yes.
We actually forgive and then we start blessing.
That's
we
right.
go, oh, they're my enemy or they mistreated me.
Yeah.
Now I'm choosing to forgive them and now I'm jumping right into blessing.
That's right.
And I think that is, it's the way.
Yep.
It's the way that we get to walk in.
And to remember, I was an enemy of God.
Wow.
Yet
Yes.
He forgave me. And to grow in that revelation of gratitude
Yes.
of what we've been forgiven of,
Wow.
that we would be forgiven. We've been forgiven much.
Yes.
Now we should be able to forgive much and
Come on.
love much.
Come on.
So, yeah, I love it. How do we want to close?
Yeah, maybe you can just pray.
That's
For
great.
those that are listening, I think this is a loaded topic,
Yeah,
but I think that this is what we want. We want a
Yeah.
lifestyle of forgiveness. So why don't you pray?
that's right. Lord, we love you. We thank you that you are well acquainted with our ways,
Yes, Lord.
that you're the shepherd of our hearts. Lord, you see the areas of sticking pain that are lingering.
Mm-hmm.
You see the areas that we have kept ourselves in a jail cell that you have never intended for us to be in. And Lord, I ask that today there would be like lights turning on for people, a day of freedom,
Yes, Lord.
that there would be clarity in minds to go, oh, I don't have to be stuck in this anymore. Lord, I thank you that you've given us the keys to freedom. And I thank you for the grace to step into greater depths of forgiveness.
Yes.
In Jesus' name.